Flood benefit concert.
Hawks are one game away from the Super Bowl.
The Grange turned 100.
Mortgage rates dropped.
And ref night out.
This could only mean one thing.
DUVALL TV starts right now.
What's up, friends and neighbors? Buddy Buck here, back with another episode of DUVALL TV. That's right, episode 28. Thank you, Kerrie Country. Appreciate you helping kick off the show. And as a matter of fact, we have some incredible gifts to give away. We were going to give those away in the December episode, but there was this thing that happened called the flood. 40 days ago from today, as we're sitting here right now, there was a massive flood in Duvall, Washington. So many amazing things happened after the fact to really drive this community together, from something really, really terrible and sad to something very positive and uplifting, and you're going to hear a little bit about that in today's episode as well. So on the show, we also have some incredible prizes, so stick around for the end to make sure you have a chance to win. And those things are Acres of Diamonds is donating $50 to the Rustic Cabin and a tumbler. We also have a very generous donation from Janelle at the Rustic Rose. So we have a custom Duvall hoodie and a custom cutting board. So thank you, Janelle at the Rustic Rose. Also, the Snow Valley Senior Center had a gorgeous donation for their gift basket. And also thanks to Pam Martin at the Northwest Art Center for the generous pottery wheel lessons. That's right, for 2 people to learn how to do the pottery wheel. I don't know how to do it, but you can learn if you're the winner on today's episode. And last but not least, I want to thank our friends at Zeke's Pizza, Ryan and Carly, for your generous $50 gift card to Zeke's Pizza. So, you love pizza? Keep watching the show. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right back down to Muddy Boots Pumpkins and talk to Kerrie and Country for a quick update on the flood relief concert and how the fundraiser has been going. All right, Country, Kerrie, take it away.
Hey, thank you, buddy. We want to tell you the updates of your contributions to us on the River Road. We want to talk about the benefit concert. We raised over $20,000. We had 424 attendees. I want to thank Big Block Brewery, Alvera Wines, Duvall Historical Society. They participated as vendors and contributed part of their sales towards the event as well. Also, we had the GoFundMe that was originally started just 2 days after the flood hit us on the 12th. And we had over $41,000 raised. We had 40 families that were affected. And a lot of that money is going to go towards the garbage cleanup, the flood debris, and then we're going to disperse it out to the families of the River Road as equally as we can. And you know that money wasn't the only thing that you guys helped us with. Kerrie, would you mind sharing a little bit about what else?
I would love to. So after the flood, our farms and houses and stuff were pretty devastated. And it just took one public post on social media and the people came out. We couldn't even keep as many cars parked as they were coming in, and we were sending them down to the other farms. People came in droves. They brought cleaning supplies and food, and then they just brought their boots and their gloves, and they got to work. They pulled all of our stuff out. They pressure washed. They fed us. They came the next day, and we even had a mom with a kid on her back and 2 little kids that came to work for an hour, and it was just so touching. The people that came that we didn't even know had never been to our farm, but they came because they wanted to help, and that was just humbling, and we feel the love.
And I have to say that concert reminded me of old Duvall. Absolutely. Of how we pulled together when there was, in the early 70s, there was 800 of us, and that feeling resonated at that concert that night.
I agree. Lots of love.
So thank you very much for all your contributions, whether it be Muddy Boots, financial distribution. You have helped to make us whole.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you.
Again, thank you to everybody that did their part to be able to help rise our community up, raise some money, volunteer hours, the whole 9. Thank you so much, Kerrie Country, and thank you very much to our Duvall community. All right, couple of updates. The City of Duvall. Thank you, Rita, for the update on this. They are hiring a new building official. You can go to the City of Duvall website, check that out. If building official is right up your alley, then let's get it going in Duvall, Washington. I also want to give a quick shout out to DPA, Duvall Performing Arts, on the Nutcracker. That just finished up. Here's a quick message from DPA. Our Nutcracker was truly a community celebration with over 70 performers, students ages 5 to 16, parents, and members of Cascade community theater. This year's production came to life through months of dedication. So this was led by the directors Kathleen Robertson and Jen O'Brien, choreographed by Kendall Rowland and Elena Langley. So hopefully I got those names right. Rehearsals began way back in September. So despite the local flooding challenges, they brought the magic to life with 8 performances over 2 weekends. So that is absolutely crazy to think about. These shows would have not been possible without your support. All right, one last little update from the city of Duval before we jump into the events, and that is the facilities rental. So do you need a good facility to rent? If you check out your water bill, you're gonna get the Duval News, right? So you get these updates on here and it says, have an event soon? We've got you covered. So again, pay attention to these. They have 3 really cool rental spaces you can see here on the website. Click here to reserve it. You got the visitor center, you got the Rose Room at the visitor center, and you also have the Duval train depots. You can get all the details right here on the City of Duval's website and go ahead and book the rooms right here. So if you have an event, first and foremost, coming up that you want promoted on Duval TV, go ahead and go to livinginduval.com. That's right, you can go to our new website, new community site, livinginduval.com, and submit your event. How do you do it? Simple. You scroll down, you click on events right here, and then you go down. You can see the calendar of all the events. We're getting so many people that are plugging in and submitting your events, so thank you for that. The more data we collect here on livinginduval.com, the better it's going to be for your experience to be able to find what you need on one website. That's right. So you go down here, you click on submit your event today, and it's very, very simple. Event submission, date, time, all the good stuff. If you have a promo, a flyer, submit it, and we will get it on next month's show. All right, so let's dive into a couple of the events coming up right now. All right, first and foremost, we have Enchanted Farms. Super cute place. Awesome. Nicole, you've been great to communicate with. She's one of the owners there. We have a daily opportunity that is 10:30 a.m. Advanced booking is required, and these are guided farm tours. Basically, it's a guide to feed and interact with the animals up close. Reach out to them. It's enchantedfarmsduval.com. Next up, we have one of our favorites. That's right, it's The Grange. So with The Grange, I love their website and I love working with Becky. She runs all the socials over there and all the marketing. She does such a great job. And then look under events, you can see coming up here, we have January 25th, which is probably happening like right now, March of the Vegetables. So shout out to Betsy and all the cool March of the Vegetables events that y'all do. So this is a silent auction and community party. So January 25th from 2 to 4:30 p.m. And then also you can see coming up at The Grange, we got February 4th, open mic night, and February 14th, Valentine's Day dinner. So The Grange is always doing a lot of cool things. All right, next up, we got every Friday RC Play Day. This is going to be at Redemption Church every Friday from 9:30 to 11:30. So the hub at Redemption Church, it's free, no registration necessary. All caregivers and kids are welcome. And this is 2 full rooms of toys, tea, coffee, and some goodies to share. Next up, January 25th, this is March of the Vegetables community auction at The Grange. We touched on it just a second ago, but I want to give some more details here. Inclusive, no pressure, community auction, free to attend. It's going to be 2 to 4:30 at The Grange here in Duval, Washington. So complimentary snacks, drinks, auction tables closed in different stages. So 3, 3:45, and 4:15. So again, support the year-round art efforts that reach nearly 6,000 people in 2025. And then coming up, that's going to lead into February 7th. That is the Lantern Festival. That's another MOV or March of the Vegetables event. Next up, we have bingo. That's right, bingo. Bingo, bingo, get your daubers out. Bingo, bingo, bingo. That is going to be at the Twin Dragon. So if you see here, right on livinginduval.com, you type the word dragon, you type the word twin, you type the word sports, whatever it is, you're going to be able to find this listing on livinginduval.com, and you can find all the details. Twin Dragon does a really cool event in December. It is called Christmas in the Valley. So next up, we got January 29th. This is the Cedar Crest High School Band and the Tolt Symphonic Band concert. It is a collab concert. That's right, mashup. It's a true collab between programs. Cedar Crest High School Band, directed by Mr. Sassy. I'm just going for it. Sassy, is that right? Somebody tell me. Go ahead and fact check me. I don't care. We'll be joining the Tolt Symphonic Band, directed by Mr. Stone. Pretty sure I got that one right. At the Tolt Middle School. So this is going to be, again, January 29th, free admission, 6:30 p.m. at the Tolt Middle School gym. All right, that leads us to January 31st. That's right, Ref Night Out. Why do I love Ref? Because it's for the kids. It's for the kids. So it is almost here. Hard to believe. I want to give first and foremost a quick shout out to the ref board. Y'all just working really, really hard. I know I can see it sometimes. I can hear it on the Zooms and the meetings. You guys are working really, really hard for this event, for the kids, for the teachers and the educators. So thank you so much, ref, for all that you do. And also this event, I want to give a quick update because by the time you're seeing this, the tickets are already sold out. It's closed. The link is closed, but I want to give you a quick update on what to wear. It's going to be at Janik Winery in Woodinville. So cocktail dresses, jumpsuits, nice pants, blouse, guys, jeans and a polo, all the way up to if you want to suit up and just go for it, like go nuts, right? But it's again, this more hybrid variety of this event gives you ability to just kind of dress down just a little bit compared to maybe years previous. So quick pro tip, ladies, I would skip the stilettos. So the pavers, I guess, can grab the heels. So I'm just reading the updates here from ref. So just a heads up. Also, no cash accepted. So bring your cards and checks only. So I just want to be prepared for January 31st to come support the kids, support ref, and be sure to bring your credit cards. So next up, February 1st, Northwest Art Center. That's right, Turkish style candle holder workshop. Next event after that, February 7th. That's right, here we go, Lantern Festival. Look, March of the Vegetables does some weird, wild, wacky stuff, and I am here for it. So again, when we moved to Duval about 7 years ago, started plugging into these events, and I'm like, wow, this place is amazing and weird and strange, and it is now our home. I definitely love the vibes here in Duval, Washington, and it all started getting some of these events under my belt, like the Lantern Festival. Coming up after that, we have Valentine's Day. So a lot of events going on for Valentine's Day, like you can go from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Northwest Art Center. It's partner paint night. Then you go over to my friend Clive's restaurant. You go to Flavor Bistro for a Valentine's Day dinner. Not only do I love the food, I love supporting Flavor Bistro because Clive Gomez is such a community guy. He does so much, volunteers so much in our community, in our town. Go check out Flavor Bistro for date night. All right, another option, of course, go to the Grange, right? You got the Valentine's Day dinner at the Grange. You can go check the details. You already know the website. All right, moving right along, February 20th. It is the Artist Hangout, a club for teens. February 21st, paint making. Are there a lot of Northwest Art Center events? Yes, there is. It is northwestartcenter.org. You can simply go to their events. You can see all their events. They do a beautiful job, just like the Grange, highly organized, super simple to sign up. Some of these events are free, some cost a little bit of money, but so many different options to pick from. Thank you so much, Pam, over at the Northwest Art Center. All right, February 7th at the marchofthevegetables.org. You can go check out their calendar of events as well. The Lantern Festival. We love this event. John and Paulette, our neighbors, that's right. You've seen eggplant parmesan. You've seen several of the videos before. There is so many videos. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put all these together, like for the years that we've done videos for March of the Vegetables. So you can go here, there's a playlist, right, on YouTube. So all the events we've ever done, whether it's March of the Vegetables or the parade or Lantern Festival, they're all living right now in this playlist on DUVALL TV on YouTube. So go check it out. There's a lot of funny ones. Next up, we have March 7th. That's right, it's the Summer Resource Fair. So this is a free event, a fun activity for the kids, great door prizes. Food is available for purchase at this event as well. But again, at the end of the day, you want to just come out, get the scoop on all the best local camps, kid programs, and activities. All right, want to say thanks to the Riverview PTSA Council for sharing this information with us so we can get it out to the world and the Duval community. All right, then we have March 7th. Again, we have the barn dance. That's right, bust out your footloose. We have the barn dance. I remember this event last year. So glad to see Carnation Farms, our neighbor to the south, is doing the barn dance again. Another fun-filled night of dancing and community. We love it. All right, now we're gonna move into a few save the dates. So typically the events that I'm gonna promote the most are happening like 45 days and sooner. Anything outside of 45 days, I'm just gonna have you maybe mark your calendar because on the next month's episode, as we get closer to the actual event, then we'll go ahead and give you a little bit more details. So we have March 19th, CHS Band. All 5 of these are CHS Band events. So 6:30 p.m. at the TMS Gym, Tolt Middle School. June 4th, Jazz Band Night. June 6th, Jazz 1, June 9th, Spring Choir Concert, June 11th, all band concerts. All right, next up, save the date. This is April 2nd. The Duval Chamber of Commerce is putting on their annual Nonprofit Showcase. So last year, this event was absolutely popping off. It was awesome. We were at the Hippodrome at Carnation Farms last year, totally packed, so many vendors. If you have a nonprofit, you want to showcase that and let us know what you're doing, what you're all about, plug in to the Duval Chamber of Commerce and get to the Nonprofit Showcase. But if you just want to go out and be a part of the community and learn all the different offerings from all the nonprofits here in the Valley, this is the perfect time to do it. Mark your calendars, April 2nd, 2026. All right, next up, save the date, April 4th. That's right, it is the annual Easter egg hunt, the Duval Easter egg hunt, and it is going to be sponsored by Buddy Buck Real Estate. That's right. Super excited for this partnership. We were part of it last year and we talked to the city again and we're going to run it back. Going to have a lot of fun. Got a few new little wrinkles that we're going to do this year. So stay tuned, and all those details, you'll be able to find those, of course, on livinginduval.com, but also on DuvalEaster.com. So coming up, mark your calendars, April 4th. It's going to be a blast. All right, next up, that's right. We got the Duval's Farmers Market. How are we already talking about Duval Farmers Market? This is wild. The Duval Farmers Market 2026 season. So we got the vendor applications on January 30th already, the music application February 20th, and then the nonprofit application February 27th. So again, follow them on socials. Thank you, Alex, for the communication today on getting all things dialed in. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook as well. All right, last save the date. That's right, Duval Days. It is the first Saturday in June every single year. This year, it's June 6th. So you want to be a vendor, you want to run it back if you were a vendor last year. All the links are now available on duvaldays.org. Thank you, Morgan Henley, the Duder, and Travis Weatherby for just running point on Duval Days from top to bottom, the marketing, the promotion, the event. There's so many moving pieces. I know you have a great team in place. I was fortunate enough to be on the board last year and saw the inner workings of it, man. It is a big project and y'all pull it off. It is amazing. Oh, and remember the fireworks show, because that's a blast. All right, so birthdays and anniversaries. So if you have a birthday or an anniversary for you or a loved one or a friend or somebody in town, you want to punk them, whatever it is, send that information to info@livinginduval.com. We will promote your friend. Send us a photo, send a picture from Valentine's Day. Like, let's put that in the March episode, right? So again, anything you want promoted, we want to give community love on the show as well. I do want to point out, happy 100th birthday to the Grange. I know we mentioned it really quick, but that is incredible. So happy 100th, happy birthday to the Grange from Buddy Buck and Duval TV. All right, remember, we got some really cool giveaways on this episode. So if you want to see some of the previous winners, you can go on YouTube, Instagram, follow us on all those channels. So at Duval TV on Instagram. On YouTube, for example, if you saw this post right here, DTV episode 27 winners, there's a picture of our neighbor Kayla. She won 4 bottles of wine. That's amazing. So many generous donations from the businesses in town. I want to thank you just straight up. Like, you always show up when it's time to show up for our town, and Duval TV specifically. I want to thank you very much. So we want to make sure we're giving you recognition on this show for your generous donation. So Bill Grassi, I see the 4 bottles of wine right here. There was a lot of people that donated. You can go watch all the winners and all the shout outs and the love from the people that actually won. Could be you next. And I want to give a big love to you guys for the new followers. We just hit 1,100 followers on there as well. And again, you can go see, if you want to see my friend Sarah Nikita, our neighbor, another winner. So many winners on the show. The reels are on here as well. You can go, again, what you like YouTube, you like Instagram, you like Facebook, and we do have a TikTok account too. I don't know how many people are watching on there, but I know there's a few. So next up, we have my guy, lender Connor Webb. That's right. He swagged me up with this Buddy Buck jersey. I gotta show you this. Look at this. Boom. So Connor Webb, if you don't know, he is my go-to mortgage lender. So being a real estate broker for over 17 years, picking your lender is super crucial. Like, you got to be able to lean on these people, trust them for the information, and not just the information, but the ability just to deliver when it's time to get the deal done. And that is none other than my guy, Connor Webb. Take it away, Connor.
Welcome to the Mortgage Minute, and first off, of course, go Hawks. What a time to be a Seattle sports fan. But now getting off to the mortgage side of things, it is January. It is time to get off the fence. If you're looking to purchase in 2026, now is the time to get started. Whether you're looking to purchase next month or at the end of 2026, now is a great time to get started with your pre-approval so that you can get clarity on the next steps for your situation. The forecasts have come out, and the industry expectation at this point is that mortgage rates will hover somewhere between 5.8 to 6.3 throughout the remainder of 2026, which is where we're currently at. Right now, we're in the low sixes, so there's no need to wait for rates to drop. It's not going to happen this year. Now it's just time to get pre-approved and get you out shopping with Buddy. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Buddy or myself. And Buddy, back to you.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Connor. Appreciate that. All right, let's give a little love to the Hawks, though. So at the time of filming this, it is January 20th, today. The Hawks are playing on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. You can see their schedule here. They've just been rolling all season long. Just put a smackdown on the 49ers. That was awesome. Any 49ers fans out there? No. Y'all talk too much smack. You get to wear that one. 41-6. That was fun. So next up, we have the Rams. They've always been a thorn on our side. Sunday at 3:30. Let's get it done, Hawks. Let's go from the NFC Championship game to the Super Bowl 60, where my buddy Ryan Miller, this is a big deal, guys. So Duvall's own, born and raised in Duval, lives right over there in town. Ryan Miller has been working the cameras at Lumen Field, like a lot of different sporting events, but he was just asked to work the handheld camera. So think about this, NFC Championship game on the field with the handheld camera running around, the confetti afterwards, like when the Seahawks win, right? And all of that action, our guy, Ryan Miller, friend of the show, is gonna be right in the thick of it all, guys. So really cool, Ryan. Very excited for you. There's a once in a lifetime opportunity, man. So big love for you, what you do for the show and what you do for Duval and Duval TV. All right, it is almost time to give away some awesome prizes, but first and foremost, we are going to catch up on the real estate market. So been a real estate agent for about 17 years total, about 7 of those here in Duval, Washington. Absolutely loving it. So a quick update for January 2026, kind of recapping December 2025 in year over year numbers. So if we're looking at the December data here in the Valley, so the median price in Duval was $950,000. So that's actually up about 9.4% from December of the previous year, 2024. So Duval's desirability, it's always going to be in demand, in my opinion, just because of how unique it is here, how close in proximity we are to all the major cities. But also, I want to point out the sales volume. We saw 23 homes sold in December 2025. Now, it might not sound like a lot, but there was 12 sold the previous year. So you can see things are still selling here in Duval as well. So on average, the days on market in December was 32. So it's, again, those were up about 5 days. So it took about 5 days longer to sell December versus last. But again, for that price point, everything's great. At 5 extra days, sign me up. Let's go. Here's another kind of a couple quick tips on the real estate tips. So the negotiation reality. So the average sale to list price was 98.7%, meaning from the price that it was listed at, there is still a little bit of wiggle room in those prices. So if a seller in Duval thinks, oh gosh, the market's not very great right now, that's not true at all. It's more balanced. It's more normal. We're just used to seeing it so skewed to the seller that everything just feels a little different when it's not just like massive bids, 2-3 offers, all those things, but this is good for buyers. This is good for a healthy market. So my expert take is we moved away from the, hey, name your price, sellers, and just the magical numbers will just come in, to like presentation is going to matter more than ever. So that's where it's like with us, with Buddy Buck Real Estate and Buck Staging and Design. So my wife's company, we do those in tandem. So we're always giving that best presentation, putting your property, your home in the best possible light to get the most and correct targeted buyers to buy that property. So moving forward, looking into spring 2026. So we're entering a new year, more options for buyers, more loan programs than we've ever seen before, and a healthy inventory, right? So like you just heard Connor, mortgage rates dropping, that is a great thing as well. So if you're thinking about selling in the spring, let's talk now, have some of those conversations now, and you can get totally ahead instead of just like rush right at the very end. That's not usually a good sign for anybody when we're in the scramble mode. So let's get ahead of it. Let's get a plan for you for spring 2026, whether you're leaving Duval, sad, or coming in, you want to buy in Duval and be a part of the fun, be a part of the community, give me a buzz, hit me up on DM, and we'll talk soon. All right, time to give some stuff away. So let's do this. All right. we're gonna get serious here. So first up, Snow Valley Senior Center. I wanna thank Kira Avery. So this is a self-care basket donated by the Snow Valley Senior Center. So a $75 gift card to Tracy Lynn Salon in Carnation, 4 items from Mossy Rock Soap Co., a plush pink throw, and a mug with chocolates and caramels, value $130. Kira, I'm gonna tell you right now, thank you so much for this donation. That's why I'm doing double the promotions, because I made an executive decision and donated this gift to the Riverview Education Foundation to Ref Night Out. So this basket will actually be not only promoted on the show, but also be promoted over at Ref Night Out at the auction. So really cool. Thank you so much, Kira. Appreciate you and all you do for the Valley. All right, next up, Acres of Diamonds. This is a $50 gift card to the Rustic Cabin Coffee and a tumbler. Matter of fact. All right, so we got our Acres of Diamonds. So you got a little gift bag here. It's got the $50 gift card in there. We got a tumbler in here as well. Thank you, Megan Crawford. And then also, we talked about it earlier, Janelle over at Rustic Rose may exchange the size. That's cool. So, but check this thing out. This sweatshirt is really, really cute. So you want somebody to get a little Duval love, a little Duval hoodie. Janelle's got you covered. And also, look at this. Amazing. Really nice cutting board. So bring it into Rustic Rose for personal engraving. Man, this thing's heavy. Super nice, Janelle. Thank you. All right, the last 2 things we're gonna give away. And how do you win, by the way? You're wondering, how do you win? You just drop a comment. Drop a comment. Whatever platform, drop a comment. Any comment down below is gonna be entering you for a prize. Just make sure if you're doing this on YouTube that we do have a way to contact you. So if you wanna drop a comment in your email, go ahead and do that, or send a DM to us on DUVALL TV on Instagram or Facebook. Now, we talked about the Northwest Art Center. That's right. Here we go. This is the private pottery wheel lesson for 2 people from Pam Martin at the Northwest Art Center. Very, very generous, $200 value in that donation. And that's gonna work up an appetite. I mean, I'm tired, you're tired, I'm exhausted, it's time to eat. So, our friends over at Zeke's Pizza, $50 gift card to Zeke's Pizza. So we're giving it all away today. We have a lot more to give away in the future. And if you want to be a part of the show, we have a new segment that we're introducing right now. It's called Community Connect. So it's about 15-minute interview. We're gonna highlight some of the amazing people. So if you own a business, if you live in town, or if you're a student, we want to just talk to people. We want to talk to the real heartbeat of Duval and see what's going on. I have some really fun questions during that interview process. We're going to chop up some of that video content and put it out on Reels and Shorts. So anything on YouTube is called a short for like that vertical look. And then anything on Instagram and Facebook is called a Reel or TikTok, right? So if you want your face on camera, which some people don't, a lot of people don't, but just know it's gonna be fun. You wanna sign up for that, you can do that right on livinginduval.com as well. You're gonna click up at the top right-hand corner where it says CC, that stands for Community Connect. You can pick your date, sign up for a time that works for you, and away you go. All right, guys, that's a wrap. And remember, if you watch this far, click the like and subscribe button, supports the channel, helps us more than you'll ever know. And if you have a listing that you want to live on livinginduval.com, remember, businesses, clubs, teams, sports, maybe your kid has a lawn mowing business or a dog walking business. We want to get the young entrepreneurs on livinginduval.com as well. All right, with that, thanks for tuning in to another episode of DUVALL TV and being the absolute best part of our community, where tractors meet technology, small town, real life. Peace.